Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Monty Betham, his first professional fight in New Zealand. We look forward to that tonight. When we're talking boxing, always a pleasure to see Billy Graham. Billy, good to have you with us.
Great to be here, Jeff. Great.
Billy Graham, what about this night here?
It's a great atmosphere. Just loving it. Just going to be great. Audience is chocker. Sold out audience. Marvellous.
Fantastic for boxing, that's for sure. Now, what about Monty Betham? He is looking cut.
Yeah, he looks really, really well. His eyes look good. He's a determined fighter, a good athlete, and he's going to come to fight, no doubt about that.
We won't get all the answers to the questions about Monty Betham tonight, but a good performance is essential for him.
Yeah, he's got to do that. Every time you step in that ring, you've really got to perform. You've got to step up to the mark. And he knows about that. He's been in the big league for a long time, so he'll be into it.
No place to hide, that's for sure. Monty Betham coming later tonight as we run through our Dodge Fight Night program. And we open up with Kariz Kariuki against Jacobsen, and then Tyrone Brunson against Jamie Waru. That is the one we may see the world record in. Tyrone Brunson trying to equal the world record for consecutive first-round knockouts. Monty Betham against Aaron Bartlett of Northland. And then from the women's light middleweight division, unbeaten New Zealander Daniela Smith against South African-born Sandra Almeida, her first pro fight. And later tonight, Mohammed Al-Zawi. He's the champion. 3 regional titles on the line. Al-Zawi has a WBA world ranking of 9. It's a cruiserweight contest with Derek Whitley. So plenty of action to look forward to tonight. We are now live in Monty Betham's dressing room, fighting Aaron Bartlett tonight. Billy Graham, put us in this dressing room right now. What's going through Monty's mind?
Well, he's hoping he's done enough road work, enough bag work. He's done enough sparring. He looks in great condition, and he's relaxed now. He just can't wait to get in there.
Fascinating choice to go from rugby league to boxing. It's not easy to do that.
Yeah, well, they're both hard training sports. They both get knocked around. He can take the punishment. He's going to be good. He's got fast hands. I like the look of this. I think we're in for a great night tonight.
What he also has, Monty Betham, is Monty Betham Senior. We can see him in the background there.
Yeah, it's great to see him. Last time I saw him, he was winning the British Empire middleweight title in the 1970s. So he'll be proud of his son being in there tonight.
Billy, you don't look old enough. Bit of waiting then for Monty Betham on Dodge Fight Night. You're with One Sport. Let's set the scene for our night of boxing and bring in our commentators, Mike Ango and Mike Chavello.
Thanks, Jeff. The one I'm really looking forward to here tonight has to be Tyrone Brunson. If Tyrone scores a victory here tonight in his 18th fight in the first round, he will equal the pro boxing world record for the most first-round knockouts. Also, the main event, Mohammed Azzouiz from Algeria, now based here in New Zealand. He is going for 2 cruiserweight titles here tonight. Mike Angove, I know the one you're looking forward to is Monty Betham. Can Monty maintain his undefeated boxing record?
Well, of course, huge pressure on him tonight. He's 2-0, but his first 2 fights have been overseas, offshore, now in front of his home crowd, also in front of his father, the former world-rated Monty Betham Senior. What we're going to be looking for, too, is to see how far he is upskilled in just his brief 4-month boxing career. How far has he come? Does he show signs of nerves in front of a big crowd for his first time?
Well, it's a star-studded show. We hope you enjoy it just as much as we do.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to your calls on the fights tonight for Monty Betham. A special night for him in front of all these people, family and friends. It's a venue where people want to see him do well. He is 6 months into this journey that saw him change from rugby league to boxing.
The reason I gave up rugby league to box is because I'm serious in whatever I do. I'm serious about boxing, and whatever I do, I've got to do 100% and got to be fully devoted to it with a lot of passion behind it. And I don't want to do it 3 or 4 years down the track where I think I wouldn't be able to do justice to myself as a boxer. What I want to achieve in boxing is, it's early days yet. I've had 2 fights. I'm very excited about it. I'm still very passionate about the sport and devoted and dedicated. But like everything, if you want to be the best in sport, you have to measure yourself in some way, and that's by winning accolades. Is that by titles, or by fighting the best in the world, or playing against the best in the world? Both rugby league and boxing are 2 very demanding sports, physically and mentally. League was very hard, but boxing's even harder. It's a lonely sport, but you depend on yourself. If you have a bad day, in the ring, in the office, you haven't got 12 other guys that can carry you through, which is something I do like about the sport. No one can let yourself down but yourself. It's very hard. It's different fitness in boxing. It's a lot more physically demanding and muscular endurance, and you do fatigue, but you don't get that burning sensation in your throat like rugby league. The best way I can describe it is a rugby league player wouldn't really last too long in the ring, and vice versa, rugby league or a boxer wouldn't last too long on the league field. Big admiration for both sports, both very, very tough.
And that measuring of himself continues tonight. He's working hard at it. He has a weight advantage over Aaron Bartlett, but is conceding a height advantage. Monty Betham against Aaron Bartlett tonight with one sport, but not for a while. Coming next is Kariz Kariuki, a former Olympian. He holds 3 super middleweight titles against Kali Jacobsen. That's next with one sport on Dodge Fight Night.
Monday.
You're with one sport on Dodge Fight Night. We are 2 fights away from seeing Monty Betham against Aaron Bartlett. Our opening bout, Kariz Kariuki against Kali Jacobsen. Kariz Kariuki, a man who's turned to boxing for a better life.
The reason why I got into boxing was my next door neighbor was the first African to win the Olympic gold medal in Olympics in South Korea. So I just wanted to follow his footsteps. And I did, but I didn't win a medal in the Olympics. I got to the Olympics in Sydney in 2000, but I didn't get any medal. But now just my dreams to become a world champion. Boxing has made me a better man, because if I didn't do boxing, I would be doing what most of my group are doing in Kenya, in Nairobi, where I came from, taking drugs, stealing, and just into full-on crime. But for me, boxing, I took it to get away all from this. For me, boxing is an art. I'm just an artist in the ring. Outside, I'm just a normal guy. We do what we do at work, and outside we don't work. So my boxing is in the ring and to demonstrate my art. That's all I think boxing is all about.
It is a fascinating story. An Olympian for Kenya in Sydney 7 years ago. He now lives here. He holds regional titles. Kariz Kariuki against Kali Jacobsen. It's good evening once again to our One Sport commentators, Mike Angove and Mike Chavello.
Thanks, Jeff. Great to be here. Tail the tape on this one. The elder is Kali Jacobsen. The height advantage goes the way of Kariz Kariuki. Both men dead even on weight, 76 kilos apiece. There is a huge reach advantage, some 16 centimetres, going the way of Kariuki. Also, the more experienced 2 times the number of fights, 22 to 11, and the higher KO ratio to Kariz Kariuki.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had some warm-ups. Now it's time for the main event. This is our first title fight. The IBF Australasian Super Middleweight and the WBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight. Please welcome, in the blue corner from Vanuatu, Kali Jacobsen.
Well, to the strains of Bob Marley's Don't Worry, Be Happy, here comes Kali Jacobsen from Vanuatu. Well, he'll be hoping there's nothing to worry about here tonight, but taking on a very strong Kenyan opponent, now based here in New Zealand, Kariz Kariuki. It's going to be a tough one for Kali Jacobsen in this battle for the IBF Super Middleweight Australasian title, the PABA and WBO Pacific title on the line.
His opponents, in the red corner, please give it up for Kariz Kariuki.
And a great ovation here as Kariz Kariuki, originally from Kenya, now based out of New Zealand, makes the stroll to centre ring. And the red corner, this former Olympian and holder of 3 super middleweight titles. Can he bag another 3 here tonight? in Kariz Kariuki. Mike Angove, I know this is going to be a great one to start off our night of action.
Well, classic matchup between the shorter, more pugnacious fighter and Kali Jacobsen. And Peter Kariuki, he is a stylist, he is a technician, but he does possess true power in both hands.
This will be a full 12 rounds, each round 3 minutes each. We have a new referee from Australia, Steve Marshall.
So, an interesting battle on paper. We hope it'll shape up that way in centre ring between Kali Jacobsen out of the blue corner and Kariz Kariuki out of the red corner. Kariuki, a former Olympian from Kenya, takes on the man they call the Malakula Kid from Malakula in Vanuatu. Is Kali Jacobsen. Interesting to note that the last fight that Jacobsen had was in March of last year. It's been a while between drinks. 15 months, in fact, between drinks for Kali Jacobsen.
And of course, Kariuki coming off that win against Diamond Dale Westerman, a KO victory,
and that is a
hard man to put down.
I mean, you and I have seen a lot of Diamond Dale over the years. A former world kickboxing champion, made a successful transition to boxing to knock out Diamond Dale Westerman. The only other man I've seen do that was the great Ian Jacobs back in the year 1997. So you're talking about a man with power in his hands in the form of Kariz Kariuki.
Camera.
Got to remember too, his record is deceptive. He does have 6 losses on his record, but he started even fighting at heavyweight. He fought Lawrence Tuasa at heavyweight. He was really fighting out of his depth. He is far better as a super middle, sometimes edging up to light heavy, but his true power lies in the super middleweight division.
So we're about to get underway, set for 12 3-minute rounds. The IBF Super Middleweight Australasian title, PABA and WBO Pacific titles on the line here tonight. There's a whole swag of straps to take home for the winner of this one. Will it be the Malakula Kid, Kali Jacobsen, or will it be Kariz Kariuki? Here we go, first round. The voice Michael Chavallo and Lightning Mike Angove with you from the packed-out Sky City Casino in Auckland.
Already received just crisp punches. He's straight onto his range, Kariz Kariuki. Really working his jab, but notice he's not slamming in hard. He's finding his range, having a look at what his man does. See Jacobsen moving his head, trying to look and work his left rip to the body there. Kariuki keeping him at bay, and notice he really powered up that straight left to the body.
Jacobsen in the red trunks, who was once based here in New Zealand back in 2004 when he used to train under Jack Stewart. He had 6 fights here in New Zealand before going to Australia, where he challenged Peter Matrevsky for the same belt he's fighting for here tonight. Unsuccessful in that challenge. So a second shake at it here tonight for Kali Jacobsen from Vanuatu. Nice clipping left hand there from Jacobsen in the red. And this is Kariz Kariuki just stalking him around the ring and getting underneath the right hand of the shorter Jacobsen.
Well, Kariuki's body work's impressing. Jacobsen does have a reputation of having a solid chin. So Kariuki going downstairs, doubling up with both the left and right hand before he comes upstairs, and that has opened up his man already early in this fight.
Jacobsen, who has had some good wins in his career, notably a win over current New Zealand super middleweight champion Daniel McKinnon. Nice body shots, then a right hand to the head, just missed the target from Kariz Kariuki.
He's picking his shots well. He went to the body there with the right hand, but then doubled up on it up high. Referee just a little late in there. Kariuki not afraid of roughing it up on the inside. Protect yourself at all times.
So a little bit south of the border on Kali Jacobsen. The referee calls a timeout with 1 minute 10 remaining here in the first round, set for 12. Doesn't mind throwing it down and having a bit of a scrap, says Kariz Kariuki, but at the same time you can really see that pristine amateur background of his, the Olympic Games representative he once was. Those beautiful combinations and long-reaching jabs and straight right hands. Aesthetically a very pleasant fighter to watch is Kariz Kariuki. Oh, nice glancing right hand, smack bang on the kisser there from Kali Jacobsen.
Certainly Kariuki looks to have the measure of his man. He just has to be cautious. He just has to be careful. He doesn't get caught by the single shot. Digging it hard right to the body.
Kariz Kariuki, who lists Roy Jones Jr., another Olympian who competed in Seoul 1988, where he was ripped off from winning the gold medal, lists him as one of his heroes and wants to follow in the footsteps of Roy Jones Jr. And at the moment, doing a very good job here in centering in the opening round with 35 seconds remaining. Oh, left hand! Beautifully done from Kariz Kariuki. And Carly Jacobs finds the canvas. Referee puts the count on. Can Jacobs regain himself? The marble's got a bit of a rattle around Maine.
Well, he switched to southpaw and got punished switching. He tried to step over and lead with the right hand as a southpaw and really just got drilled, doubling the impact.
Kariz Kariuki, can he finish it here in the final 10 seconds? The bell may very well save Carly Jacobs. He's on rubber legs here as Kariuki goes in for the kill. And there it is, into the first round, and Mike Angove locked that one away. 10-8 for Kariz Kariuki.
Look, no question.
Well, a first round going 10-8 in the way of Kariz Kariuki, courtesy of a big knockdown. Here's how it went down, Mike.
Well, we saw him switching to southpaw, and he just got punished, just walking straight into a sledgehammer left hand of Kariuki as we head into round 2.
Here we go, second round set for 12, but the way Kariz Kariuki came out throwing the heavy artillery in the first, you feel it's not going to go 12 rounds. Double jab from Kariuki to open up proceedings. Continually backing up Carly Jacobs here. Body shot, then a whip to the head. It's beautiful work from a very aesthetically pleasing fighter to watch in the form of Kariz Kariuki.
And he is using that right hand beautifully. He's making a habit of doubling up and going high. And there we saw the same thing again. Right to the body, right to the head. And certainly the way Jacobs is circling, he's circling into that right hand constantly. He's not covering his himself with his left shoulder, and they're clipped right on the ear, right on the point of the chin, as Kariuki keeps on spearing him with his left jab, just drawing him into his right hand.
Well, you've got to wonder how 15 months out of the ring since his last fight is taking its toll here on Carly Jacobs, coming in against such a physically conditioned athlete as Kariz Kariuki. Nice right hand, smack bang on the kisser again. Jacobs will be doing a quick count of his teeth after that one.
Well, he was lucky he had the ropes there to hold him up. Those were clean shots that rattled the jaw of Jacobs. I don't think he's going to get out of the second round. He has been wobbled.
There is still a lot of time left here in the second. 1 minute 39 on the clock. It's a lot of time for Kariz Kariuki to do more damage on Jacobs. Straight right hand up the centre corridor, gets underneath the double left hand from Jacobs.
Jacobs' left hand very, very low, lazy jab, and that's the shot he's been nailed with consistently, the right hand. Kariuki just spearing him with his left hand, stalking him, moving him into his right hand. That's the only shot we've really seen him throw, is that counter right hand off the clinch on the inside from Jacobs.
Body shot to the belly button from Kariuki. It's all one-way traffic. You may as well have a giant arrow pointing to the red corner of Kariz Kariuki. Again, just pursuing, just hunting Jacobs around the ring. Jacobs throws out a half-hearted right hand, dipping to the body, then up to the head. Nice leg hook from Kariuki. Straight right hand up the centre corridor, and Jacobs ties him up. The referee gets in there and keeps it nice and clean. 40 seconds to go here, Mike.
There are no 8 counts under these rules. Only the referee can stop the fight. Only the referee can issue an 8 count. There are no standing 8s.
The Olympian Kariuki, the Kenyan, in control, the man in white. 20 seconds remaining. Good right hand, best shot of the fight so far from Jacobs, but he hasn't got the mustard behind it to really phase Kariuki here.
Kariuki's just getting hit a little too often by that right hand. He does have to be careful, particularly as he moves up the grade, because they won't just be grazing him or hurting his chin. They will be doing some real damage.
Final seconds here of the second round. Couple of body shots there from Kariuki. And lock that one away for the red corner of Kariuki. We are ready to roll. Third round of 12. But in your right mind or your wrong mind, you've got to feel it's not going to go 12 rounds, this one. 10-8 first round for Kariuki. 10-9 second round for Kariuki. And it's Jacobs that comes out with the heavy salvos, but once again, nothing to phase the Kenyan.
The right hand up nice and high now from Kariuki, because he has been just clouded a couple of times unnecessarily. Just got to remember in these kind of fights where he's dominating, just to take care, not to get hit unnecessarily, because as he steps up, as I mentioned last round, he could get himself into trouble against the harder hitting fighters. Kali Jacobsen, though, making a major technical blunder, continuing to back up, continuing to walk into the right hand. He's drifting to his left far too much.
Kariz Kariuki, who took up boxing to create a better life for himself, a real gentleman out of the ring. And a superb physical specimen inside the ring. Sticks out the jab again, continually on the front foot. Look at the combination, drops him with the body shot beautifully down to the left rib cage. And Kali Jacobsen, the whole world of hurt here. The referee puts the count on, but it may not get up to his feet. He's riding out the count and it's all over. A knockout victory in the third round for Kariz Kariuki. And with that victory, he collects 3 straps here tonight.
Well, it really was predictable. He went downstairs to the body, came up with a coup de grace, right hand to the head. Peter Kariuki just a class above.
Well, here's how it went down in the third round that proved to be the final round. The long-reaching jabs of Kariuki, body shot to the left side of the body, short clipping right hand to the head, and that was all she wrote for Kali Jacobsen. From the opening bell of the first round, it was evident that Jacobsen just didn't have the mustard, didn't have the pepper to match it with Kariz Kariuki in centering. And a great victory here for Kariz Kariuki. The IBF Super Middleweight Australasian title, the PABA and WBO Pacific titles will all go the way of the former Olympian from Kenya, Kariz Kariuki, here tonight. So a lot of jubilation in the corner of Kariuki, but Jacobsen really was owned from the opening bout. Oliver Driver to make it all official.
Winner by count out in the red corner in 1 minute 14 of the third round. Still holder of WBO Asia Pacific and new holder of IBF Australasian Super Middleweight, Kariz Kariuki.
And there you have it, a strap around the waist of Kariz Kariuki. It's a beautiful looking belt and great sportsmanship there from a gentleman in Kali Jacobsen.
Well, there's something you don't see every day, Billy. The challenger carrying the champion around the ring.
Unbelievable. He used more strength doing that than the whole fight.
No problem there for Kariuki, really. He got onto the front foot and just stayed there throughout.
Yeah, he did. You know, you've got to keep a guy out when you've got those reach. He had the reach. The other guy wasn't up to that standard, you know. He should have gone in and gone after the guy, but he didn't, you know.
You talk about the reach. I mean, really, he just kept pegging him with that right hand.
Yeah, he did. The other guy looked like he had come to dinner with nothing. You know, nothing to throw, couldn't punch, couldn't box, and I think he was too old.
All right, well, let's go back into the ring now where Mike Angove has our winner, Kariz Kariuki.
Well, Kariz, what a win tonight. You really took him apart to the body before you went upstairs to the head. Was that the game plan?
That was the game plan, just to slow him down, just catch his legs fast, and then go to his head. I knew his stomach wasn't going to be good for my strong punches. We worked for this in the gym. I won the fight nearly a month ago, working hard in the gym. So today, just finishing out.
And another thing, you seem to work him into the right hand, spare him with the jab. He was drifting into your right hand constantly. Was that also, again, just working him into your right hand?
Yeah, that's my new Puerto Rican style from Puerto Rico, to jab, and then finish the right. I've been working for this for nearly 6 weeks, man. Can't believe it.
Well, congratulations. You've got the Australasian strap around your belt. Our first winner on our Dodge Fight Night.
Thank you guys, and many more to come, many more titles come under my name. A world champion soon. I love everybody.
Kariz Kariuki